Okay, welcome to another announcement video. The link for this will be in the description. This is the PvP announcement for the 2v2 Winter Tournament, December 5th, 2018. Alright, so what we have is a tournament in the same vein as the official KR tournament, where we're going to have big prize pool this time around. They're saying that it's time to get fired up and show off your skills with the biggest prize pool to date. A shocking 240% increase in prizes. The tournament will be on December the 14th, 2018 and December the 15th, 2018. Alright, so their prizes will be: first place, $1,200 plus 120,000 ka-ching. That is crazy. It's absolutely the biggest prize pool they've ever had. And I'm pretty sure all of the old players are going to come out to snipe this and pick this up. They usually come out for official events or just tournaments in general so they can pick up their prize and go on about their business. Play whatever it is that they were playing before. Second place is $600 plus 60k ka-ching, or 60,000. And third place is $300 and 30,000 ka-ching. Still nothing to sleep on. Still $300. Play around with. Get somebody a good Christmas present. Christmas coming up. So yeah, prizes are not to be slept on this time around. That is a huge prize pool, about let's see, $2,100 total, plus all of the ka-ching, so it's doubled to $4,200. Holy crap, that's awesome. Biggest prize pool they've ever had, bar none. It's a lot of money. And of course it will be split in half between the two people, because little did you know that this is a 2v2 tournament. So doubles, and it says all qualifiers match will be best of 3 format, even round 1. And that is extremely strange wording, because qualifiers are, that's a term in fighting game terminology. You're usually saving that for the qualifiers for either the semifinals, final round, or the pools. As in, there will be a vetting process where a whole bunch of people just get into a huge pool, and whoever gets out actually gets into the real bracket. So qualifiers match should just be the general matches. Will be best of 3 format for 1 round. Find details on the tournaments in the rules article. So we're going to click on that. Registration will open December the 7th, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So as soon as this is open, I suggest you get right on it at 5 p.m. on the nose. It's probably going to be a little bit late, let's be honest, but I would still hop around this if you're really serious about this prize pool that they have going on. Participants, there'll be 64 teams, so 128 players total, and a reserve list of 10 teams, a reserve list of 20 players. Okay, let's see the rules. The cuties on your head. Alright. The 2018 Winter 2v2 Tournament rules are listed in the following article. If you have any questions, please send a ticket through to the customer service team. I wish there was a way to talk to the GMs directly, but customer service is what they're going to default to. The player base has a pretty rocky relationship, to say the least, with CS in general in this game. Wish there was a better vetting process to talk to the GMs or people and authority over the game more consistently, but man, I guess you could always join the Discord. That would be the best way to talk to the GMs directly currently. So keep that in mind as well. Go ahead and join the official Discord. and talk to the GMs. GM Crow? No, GM Rush is the guy who is the most talkative there. So if you have any questions, I would try to spam him respectfully. Don't go overboard. But if you have any serious questions, go ahead and ask him. Alright, qualifications and restrictions. Players must be level 99 and be third job. So, unfortunately, we won't have any base characters freeing people up, which would be hilarious. But, alright. Participants must use +8 sparring set, weapon, top piece, bottom piece, gloves, and shoes. And I'm assuming they're talking about the current sparring set. So, whatever the current sparring set is, pick it up, do whatever you need to socket it, or whatever. Actually, we're going to get to that, but the current sparring set is, I'm assuming, what they're talking about. Teams need to be composed of 2 different characters, no exceptions. So, not just 2 characters of the same branch, and not 2 characters of the same type. So, you can't have 2 Diabolic Esper, or Mad Paradoxes, and you also can't have a Mad Paradox and a Diabolic Esper. Well, you can't have that because you can't have a Mad Paradox and a Doombringer, or a Doombringer and a Mastermind, or Dominator. They have to be 2 completely different characters, is I'm assuming what that means. So, there's that for your team comp synergy. Match settings will be single elimination. Sad, no double elimination. Double elimination is always more interesting tournaments to watch, in my opinion. But these guys aren't really all that adept in winning tournaments, if I were to be honest. So it's fine. It's fine. 2v2 team deathmatch, power mode, so no items. Box only, final destination. Time will be 500 seconds. And oh. It actually doesn't say how many lives they're going for. Well, let's assume 8. 8 seems like a good even number. European titles disabled, equipment enabled, and I'm assuming this box are the striked. See, someone should have really. There's a better way to. I could have written this up a little bit better than this, but I'm assuming that these striked or X'd out maps are maps you can't access? Question mark? Because a similar game, Melee, Super Smash Brothers, in general actually, but specifically in Melee, you have a list of stages that are always banned, and then you have a striking system where the 2 people would like play rock, paper, scissors to like start striking stages that they want or stages that they don't want to be active for counter pick or for usage in general. So I'm assuming those are just maps you can't go on for whatever reason they chose. And as you can see, they also didn't put in the newer stages. I'm just take it as an assumption that they're not able to be there. If someone can explain this in greater detail in the comments section, please let me know. Maybe miss something entirely. Okay, qualifiers match, round 1. I'm assuming these are the neutral stages. Winter Vilder, Wally's Castle Center, and Duran Coliseum. Each team selects 1 map to ban, play on 3rd map. So basically you just pick, okay, so it's a striking system. You pick one. I'm assuming they're gonna do something to judge who goes first. They're probably just gonna pick one by random, and just pick 1 map, strike it. Other people, other team, pick one map, strike it, and then you play on the 3rd map. And I guess these are the 3 neutral stages they're choosing, and then they have the 3 counterpick stages. Even though Wally's Castle Center is again there. So I'm guessing the neutral stages can also be used for counterpick, I guess. Oh yeah, that's what I'm assuming. Yeah. Okay. So, standard rule set. New. Character class, and name changes can be made on a case-by-case basis until the brackets get posted. Once the brackets are posted, they will no longer be allowed. Now, who do you talk to? I guess you sent in a ticket for this, but again, There should be a more convenient way to get in touch. There should be a more convenient way to get into contact with the GMs and people in administration that are watching over or seeing over the tournament. Use of hyperactive skills are not allowed, of course. Should be removed from your quick slot during tourney. All titles, and if you don't know how to remove it, you double right click, and that's how you get rid of the skills on your skill bar, if you didn't know that. All titles, costumes, and accessories are restricted to the following: Magic Necklace and the Nasot Goggles, or Nasot Scouter for viewing for mana viewing, and Fighter's Ring is not permitted, no exceptions. This is a pretty bad list because they should have just said all titles, because they're not putting any titles here, and I'm assuming the titles are going to be disabled anyway. They should have just said all titles, not allowed, all costumes, not allowed, and the accessories are restricted to the following. That would have been a better way to do this. They should have an editor, like, checking up on this. Magic Necklace, Nasot Goggles, Nasot Scouter. That's it. So, and there's the Fighter's Ring. This Ring of Fury. Where's the Ring of Fury? I'm assuming that you can't use that either. Elemental attributes may be attributed to equipment. That's fine. So all elements are legal. Socketing the sparring set is allowed. So any stats you want to throw on it, go ahead. Collusion, match fixing, and intentional delay of the game will result in immediate DQ of both team members being barred from future tournaments. Okay. All registered players must be ready and available for each and every respective round of this tournament. No shows will result in being barred for any future tournaments. Oof. No shows without communication will result from being barred from any future tournaments. All 4 skill passives and actives are prohibited, and it's easy to take those off. You just go into the 4 skill tab and right click them all off. L resonance will be disabled. Wedding skills are prohibited. No unsportsmanlike conduct. It's kind of vague. Players are responsible for preparing all equipment and skills before entering the room. Players have 5 minutes. Players have a 5-minute grace period. Players have a 5-minute grace period to enter any match once summoned by official. Once summoned by official? This whole sentence is bad. Arguing with an official's GM's call is grounds for immediate disqualification. The terms of use agreement and code of conduct must be observed and followed at all times. Exploitation of the game's mechanics is grounds for immediate disqualification and immediate account action, up to and including permanent account closure. Each team captain is responsible for maintaining communication and coordination with match officials. Registration participation is strictly permitted to 1 entry per player. Calls made in regards to any technical difficulties, latency, or interference of any kind will be left up to the sole discretion and designation of the designated GM or officials. Registered players must have both their game and form accounts in good standing to qualify for tournament entry. We will not accept players who have been banned in-game or from forums into the tournament. All calls will be made by COG staff, GMs. All calls that are made by the COG staff, GMs, are final. Oh no, all calls will be made by the COG staff and GMs and are final. That's a bit of a better sentence. Okay, so those are the general rules for the tournament. Nothing that we haven't seen before outside of a couple of new things. This was badly worded, unfortunately. I think this needs to be cleaned up. Editors should have handled all of that, because a lot of this is confusing and there needs to be a much better way of contacting the GMs, because CS is not going to cut it for a lot of this, but all the people probably aren't going to complain that much. I don't think so. But that's my take on it. And there you go. Official 2018 2v2 winner tournament. Starting on December the 14th through the 15th. And that's all we got for now. See you guys in the next one, and see you in game and have a good time.